Is Johannesburg dangerous? And so I keep getting this question every time people realize I've just moved from America. They're like, hey, why are you here? It's so dangerous. But today I had a very interesting ride coming from immigration. And the lady who was driving me in Uber, she was just really adamant about how dangerous Johannesburg is, how dangerous South Africa is, and how dangerous Africans are as people. And I really was starting to think about it, and I'm like, wow, like, I used to think like this in America. I used to think it was such a dangerous place. Everybody was racist if you didn't have a share of skin color with me. And I really was starting to process what she was saying and like really thinking about it. And one of the things that I came up with is like, why do we only look at the bad at things? And like really think about this. If wherever you are, your city, whatever country you live in, do you look at everything from a negative viewpoint or do you look at everything from a good viewpoint? Because while she was telling me a story about how the people kill each other here, they'll just rob you and do all of this, at that same moment, I looked to the left and there was a guy sweeping trash up off the street while two other guys was cooking, getting things ready for the little street carts and everything. There were kids walking, laughing, talking. And I was really looking at it and I was just like, she's focused on all of this negativity, but all of these beautiful positive things are going on right now. All these things that's showing how the city is getting better, how the city is progressing. And so I started really wondering, like, why is it that I can see these things that most other people are not able to see? What is making me so different? And if you've been watching me for a while, you know that's one of my biggest things, especially when it comes to mindset, health, nutrition, and wealth. Like, why am I different? Why am I able to do things different? Why am I seeing things differently? Why was I able to reverse a lot of diseases where my doctors told me that I could never reverse them? Why is there people right now suffering from things that I got rid of in less than 6 months of eating healthy? And please listen to what I just said. I got rid of it in 6 months of eating healthy, not trying to eat healthy or dieting. I was eating healthy. I still eat that same way today. And I started realizing like one of the biggest problems and why we're seeing things from the perspective we are now used to instant gratification. And I believe this is something that's been taught to us from schooling. And if you know me personally, you know I don't believe school is the best idea or the best. I don't think it's the best way to get kids started or individuals. Let's just look at the straight numbers. All the people who go to college and all of that, most of them are not successful. Most of them are not rich. Most of them are not living the American dream. So what's the point of it? Even if you look through high school, usually it's the dropouts that dropped out of high school, got a GED, if they even waste their time to do that. And now they're leading all these big companies. They're the people who are, oh, who's on the Forbes list? Who's the richest person in the world? We're following them on Twitter and Instagram, but we're not actually looking and seeing how they were able to become successful. And so the thing that I started realizing is most of us are not successful because of instant gratification. Like, how many times, and I'm guilty of this, like, I'm being completely honest, I am guilty of this. I would do a diet, and then, 1 week passed, I didn't lose weight. Now I'm mad at the world. Even though I've ate 365 days like crap, complete crap, 365 days, made all these excuses. Oh, I worked hard, I deserved it. And you know what? By the time I tried to start getting healthier, I expect just from one day of doing something different or doing something correct, everything's supposed to change. And life does not work that way. And it's because one of the reason is because of the law of gender. When we have a goal, when we have something that we really want, it's like planting a seed in the ground. You plant a seed in the ground, it don't just pop up with potatoes, corn, and stuff overnight. It takes a certain amount of time. We've learned the amount of time that it takes for different types of seeds and crops to grow. And the beautiful thing about it is once they start growing, they just keep coming in plenitude. If you've ever gardened before or have had a farm, you would know the crops will start just coming on rotation. They seed themselves. You don't have to do it anymore. And it's the exact same way when it comes to a goal, when it comes to trying to be successful. And let me give you an example, like, because people to this day, they think, oh, it was easy for you to transition to plant-based. Oh man, something special about you. Bullshit. There's nothing special about me. The reason why I did it is because I was committed to it. I did not stop. I didn't let anything stop. Now, the beautiful thing about it is what most people don't tell us. If you're committed to reaching your goal, there's going to come a time when you hit that law of gender. Once you hit that law of gender and that seed has sprouted, it doesn't go away. Like, even though I'm traveling around the world, going to different countries, most people see, like, if you follow, if you know me personally, I'll text you some of my pictures, but like, you'll see that I'm always finding vegan restaurants. I'm always finding vegan foods. I find vegan chefs if I need a chef. I find vegan meal delivery things. Like, I will find the things that I need because I planted those seeds of health inside my mind, and they don't go away. Now, as you can see, like, I do go to a vegan diet sometime, meaning some more processed foods. But as you can see, like, in just this last 2 weeks, how I've been cleaning up my eating, getting back on track. And it's not hard because I have those seeds already planted. I have those memories of health. Like, when you go from a person having to sleep with a CPAP machine every night, you got this mask on, you're like, and you know, you're hearing that all night, your partner can't even sleep. And then when they don't hear the mask going off, they're scared, not knowing if you stop breathing in your sleep. There's nothing comfortable about that. Please believe me. Nothing is comfortable about it. But because that memory of going from a place where I used to have to use a machine to breathe, and now I'm breathing on my own, sleeping great every night. I go to bed at 10 o'clock at night, wake up at 4 in the morning. I used to dream about these things, and now I do it each and every day. But it's because I have those memories, I understand what the health is. It's easier for me to clean up my eating compared to the average person. If you're eating the standard American diet, and if you're living in America, unless you are plant-based, vegetarian, or I even say pescatarian in there, you are eating the standard American diet. If you're eating keto, you're eating the standard American diet. If you're eating low carb, you're eating the standard American diet. If you're eating paleo, you're eating the standard American diet. All of those are just different names for the same shit, meaning we're eating more fat than we're supposed to. And you're eating animal protein, which you're getting too much in because it's giving you a lot of heme iron. Your doctor's not going to tell you that because your doctor doesn't understand nutrition, but I digress. And so really start thinking about it. I don't want to go into a big old medical thing and all of that. So really start thinking about it though. Like, how are you perceiving your life? Like, do you perceive your neighborhood as dangerous? Do you perceive your city as dangerous? Do you perceive certain groups of people as dangerous? Because if so, there's something inside you that you need to fix. Like, you're focused on something that's probably not even really there. Like, I mean, let me see, what time is it right now? It is 2 o'clock in the afternoon. I can literally go walk just about any street in Johannesburg. Yes, there are dangerous areas such as, you know, like everybody has their hoods and ghettos. There's places in fucking United States I'm terrified to walk at. Even when I was in Las Vegas, staying on Freeman Street, and that was my first time staying over there, I was scared. I'm not gonna lie. And I'm a big ass black dude, 200 some pounds. You know, I'm 6 foot tall, and I was still like, ooh, it's a little rough neighborhood. Like, I don't live around this type of stuff. But it's because I don't see those things. I don't see the world as dangerous. I don't see the world as this, this horrible place that isn't getting better. Like, we really need to look at the world for what it is. The world is very freaking safe right now. We live in a great world right now. I was reading, if you saw my little thing I put on YouTube last night, I was reading the book Pimp by Iceberg Slim. And listening to his book, it was interesting because everybody kept saying like how great this book is. He's such a great storyteller. And I was listening and I was, taking notes, trying to see how's he talking, how's he putting his words, how's he being more eloquent, see how it can help me do these videos better. And the thing that I started coming up with is like, I don't understand this world he's talking about. Like, I'm gonna be honest with you, like, I grew up on the tail end of the drug era. And for me, I was alone. So like all of my cousins, brothers, everyone was 10 years older than me or more. So I literally grew up alone. And so they had memories and understood all of that drug era stuff, the pimping, all of that stuff. I didn't see most of that. Yeah, I saw some of like the pimping Ken, what's the other guy, Dunn DC or whatever. But like, I didn't understand that lifestyle. Like, I'm gonna be I don't understand that lifestyle to a certain level. But listening to his book, and I was like, man, This is the type of stuff my mom had to grow up with. This is the type of stuff her brothers had to grow up with. Her sisters had to grow up with. I'm like, this was a dangerous world. Like, even today when I was talking to some people, they was like, man, nobody teaches us how to love, how to be in relationships. And I was like, yo, man, they didn't have time to learn that shit back then. Like, really think about it. Back in the 70s, the early 80s, 60s, it was dangerous. Like, people were just doing whatever. There wasn't no civility that's here now. Like, the stuff that we have now in place wasn't in place back then. And like, if you needed a job back then, like, there wasn't much jobs out there because you didn't have cars as frequent as it is today. You didn't have the buses, the trains. You couldn't just go migrate to another country if you wanted to. It wasn't that simple. You couldn't just work online. Like, if your plant closed down back in those days, you shit out of luck. Now we have all of these opportunities. You lose your job today, or like how people lost their job during COVID, they started driving Uber. They started delivering food. You got like the gig economy that's up now. You have people who do online jobs. Like, I do online bulk email marketing. There's affiliate marketing, there's network marketing. Like, there's all of these opportunities to actually enrich our lives. And we just gotta really be honest about the world that we live in now. We live in a safer world, and we live in a world now where you don't need the government and you don't need big businesses to make money. You can literally make money by your phone. Like, I'm shooting this video from my Samsung phone. There's people making tons of money just driving around doing YouTube. There's tons of opportunities out there. So, is Johannesburg dangerous? No, I don't think it's dangerous, but also I don't have dangerous habits. As you see, it's 2 o'clock in the evening. I'm sitting in my house talking to you from my cell phone. And so I hope you got some value from this. Make sure you hit a like if you like it. And also make sure you stay tuned. There will be episodes of Dose to Dose that I'm going to start posting on the thing. And if you have any questions specifically for Dose to Dose, just leave them on the videos below and I will answer your questions, or Duncan will get the questions for you. So have a great day, and I will see you tomorrow.